Question number 2, Tracey Martin.
Kia ora, Mr Speaker. To the Minister of Education, does she stand by her statement? We know that great teaching and learning goes on in our schools, but having modern learning environments just makes the whole process of raising achievement for all our young people that much easier.
Honourable Hekia Parata.
Mr Speaker, yes, and that is why this government is investing over $300 million to support specific schools with major developments, nearly $700 million on the rollout of a managed network through Network for Learning, the school's network upgrade and the rollout of ultra-fast broadband, and over $1 billion to rebuild the education network in Christchurch. There is much to do because the neglect we found the education system in when we came to office was substantial, but we are making progress.
Supplementary question, Tracey Martin.
Kia ora. Does she stand by her statement from the 14th of November 2013, and I quote, raising student achievement and assuring that all young people can access high-quality teaching in modern educational environments is one of the government's main priorities?
Honourable Hekia Parata.
Mr Speaker, yes, and that's why we are spending $300 million over 6 years to better support 21st century learning environments and improved outcomes for all children. 18 new schools to be constructed, 400 new school buildings. In Christchurch, $1.137 billion over 10 years to restore and renew schools, 1,200 new classrooms, 1,200 classrooms being repaired, 80% of classrooms to be modern learning environments. $211 million for a managed network in schools, with 21 schools to be connected before the end of the year. $700 million, the number of schools to be connected to the managed network in 2014. More than $200 million connecting schools to UFB. $157 million on school network upgrades to date. A further $136 million over the next...
Order. I can anticipate the point of order. Okay, the member can make his point of order.
Mr Speaker, the last 2 answers that we've had from this minister and prior that the Prime Minister were speeches, not answers to questions.
Order, the member. And I'm conscious of the point of order the member's raising. I think it's a valid point. Members are required to keep their answers relatively brief to the question. I invite Tracey Martin to continue with the supplementary questions.
Is the Minister aware that Te Kura Haurora Ke Whangaruru, a charter school being set up by the Ngā Pārero Mātauranga Trust, has received over $1.6 million from the government, which they have spent on 81 hectares of farmland in Northland, and now find themselves without enough funds to build the school itself, so are looking at placing portacoms and portaloos in a paddock, and would she consider this to be a modern learning environment?
Honourable Hekia Parata.
Mr Speaker, could the member tell me again what the name of that school is so that I know which one she's talking about?
Order. Would the member please assist the Minister with just naming that school again?
Kia ora. Te Kura Haurora Ke Whangaruru.
Honourable Hekia Parata.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. No, I'm not aware that that is what has occurred in terms of those details, and I would have to check that with the Ministry of Education.
Supplementary question. Order. Supplementary question, Tracey Martin.
Kia ora. Can the Minister confirm that the agreement between herself as the Minister and the sponsor shows that the nearly 100 hectares of farmland purchased with taxpayers' money now belongs to the Trust, regardless of whether they build a school or not?
Honourable Hekia Parata.
I don't have that detail to hand, and I would be very happy, however, to answer those questions and deal with the member on every one of those details.
Supplementary, sir.
Supplementary question, Tracey Martin.
Kia ora. Should the Trust not build the charter school they claim they would, will she, as the Minister, take steps to recover the $1.6 million of taxpayer education money they have received, and if not, why not?
Honourable Hiki Parata.
Mr Speaker, while I don't have the particular details to hand of that particular contract, what I can tell the member and assure the House, there are significant performance and accountability requirements of each and every one of the 5 partnership schools. All of that detail is up on the website and available to anyone who wishes to look at them. But in terms of the specific assertions that the member is making about one particular school, I'm happy to get the detail of that and work with the member.
Supplementary question, Tracey Martin.
Is the Minister able to confirm, with her knowledge of the contracts to date, are there any clauses inside of any of the partnership school contracts whereby, should the schools close, that the assets purchased with taxpayer dollars can be claimed back by the state?
Honourable Hiki Parata.
Mr Speaker, it is my expectation that school properties that are to be disposed of will follow the Public Works Act. That is the usual practice.
Point of order, Tracey Martin.
I'm sorry, Mr Speaker, I didn't ask about the Public Works Act or schools in the disposal. Charter schools and partnership schools don't enter that area. I asked whether there was a clause inside the contract.
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to ask the member to stand again. To start again. I'm getting so many interruptions from my left
Sorry,
side.
the question was, sir, is the Minister able to tell the House inside the partnership schools contracts...
I think the quickest way forward is actually to allow the member to repeat the question. Thank you.
Tracey
Martin, supplementary question.
I'll try and bring it back. So is the Minister able to tell the House whether inside the partnership schools contracts she has knowledge of, there is any clause that allows the state, the ministry, to take back the assets purchased by those partnership schools should they close or fold for any reason?
Honourable Hiki Parata.
Mr Speaker, I don't have that detail to hand and I'm happy to work with the member.
Order. Question number 3, Honourable David Parker.